appreciate the APC for finding women worthy to not just sit on the table, but to drive the financial and economic recovery of this country. Since 2015 till date, we've had women appointed by Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari, as the Ministers of Finance. And this is not a joke of appointment. It's one of the, in fact, it's the bane of the country. The economy is what fuels and rides and drives the people, the country, government. And women have always sat on that seat. Thanks to the APC, thanks to our gender-friendly president, President Muhammadu Buhari. We also want to appreciate the APC governors, our brothers, our fathers, for finding women also worthy to serve in the executive positions in their various states, as well as in the local governments. Today, for the first time, we have the twinning system, which is an international recommendation to include more women in the arms of government, being implemented in one of the APC states. Beyond that, we've also had states that had very few women in the local government positions, occupying positions today as deputy chairman, as chairman, as councillors, and they are doing tremendously well, like our economy is doing very well. Is that the women in the APC are women with capacity, women that really reflect and defends the position, the Chinese proverb, that when you give a woman power, if you put a woman in government, the economy, the country will be secured and multiply higher than ever before. What we are asking for in our recommendations, sir, having received the blessings of the APC since 2015 till date, if we have more women sitting on the table, managing the affairs of the party, from being national chairman of the party, to secretary, to treasurer, a stronger APC, an APC that will win all elections. Yes. Statistics also shows that the highest number of participants in elections are women. It's something that is possible. And so, sir, we've made some recommendations here that would introduce the twinning system into the APC, where we have and where we'll implement the equality that we've always yearned for. You give a man, you give a woman. And the beautiful thing is this. I know my brother is going to talk in the short time. Is that we have very young, beautiful women. In the other side of the divide, women are the ones who God has bestowed with the grace to take care of the men, the children, the home, and the economy. So we are also fit to be the national treasurer of the party. In the same way, the president has given us the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Humanitarian Services. We can adopt it here too. We'll be welfare, national welfare officer of the party. We'll be organizing secretary. And so if you want us to mobilize more women in this party, we are fit, we are qualified to lead the party. In fact, we already have women lined up as national chairmen. We are coming out to contest for that position. We are coming out in our numbers to contest for the national secretary position of this party. We are coming out in our numbers to contest for the legal advisor of this party. Mr. Chairman, closely that one of the most hardworking, supportive member you have is the woman sitting by your side. Yes. And that's why immediately she came in, I stepped the party protocol aside. I said she has to sit by your side. So you would understand our importance. That when you lift a woman up, you lift all of us along with her. So please help us, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. Please help us actualize all our recommendations. Do not put it aside if you love the APC. Yes, do not put it aside if you are born of a woman. Yes. Do not put it aside if you have beautiful wives and daughters. Yes. The only reason why you put it aside is if you don't fit into any of these items I just put. Chairman, I want to appreciate you for the good work you are doing and appreciate you also in advance for implementing our recommendations. We are not asking for anything new. We are just asking that you uphold what should be done as ascribed in the Holy Quran and in the Bible. We are your helpmates. So give us that winning system. Give us that position that you know we are very qualified to hold. And we will not fail the APC as we have not failed the Nigerian economy. Thank you very much.
I remember in 2015 when we were campaigning, and the president, whenever we go out to every state, some of you here will remember, the first thing he says when we get into the bus, and I'm always lucky to sit behind him, he'll be like, where are these young people coming from? And I said to him at one point, in 2014, in 2015 January, a month after he won the ticket in Lagos, I said to him, Mr. Chairman, I said, sir, do you know that 80% of the people that support you were not born when you were head of state in 1983? 80% of them. Fast forward to today. Statistics have shown that in 2023, there will be 6.2 million voters, eligible voters that were not born in 2003 when Buhari started running for office. Statistically. 6.2 million. We have never won since Kadrida came into being. No election has been won with more than 2 million votes. No election has been won with more than 2 million votes. So I'm not talking about young people 40 below. I'm talking about people that will turn 18, 19, 20, 21. Between 2019, when the last election happened, to 2023 are 6.2 million people, Mr. Chairman. That is more than enough to win any election any day. So if the simple statistics does not scare you or does not encourage you about the viability and the strength and the energy of young people, Mr. Chairman, then the simple test of what could have happened, a disaster, which it could be either a demographic dividend or a demographic disaster, and we saw it with the NSAS. Not more than 5,000 young people scattered the whole of this country. Not more than 5,000 young people scattered the whole of this country in November last year, in October last year. Mr. Chairman, that demography can be a dividend, not a disaster. And there is no reason on earth why the future will be built with those who are not going to be with it. The future should be built with those who will live in it, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Chairman, the president has signed not too young to run. We are very happy about that. But I think our biggest problem is we are too poor to run. We are too poor to run. That's the problem with young people. We have a dependency culture in Africa, Mr. Chairman. So there are three different kinds of youth. There is real youth, like me, who are young in age. There is political youth, people who are 16 like my able leader there, but still claiming to be among us. There is economic youth, sir. They have age, but they're economically young. So, economic youth. And they are more in number because it is in Nigeria and so many other African countries that you see a 35-year-old man still living in his father's house because he doesn't have a job or he doesn't have a means of livelihood. And because of that, he is seen as a young person or a youth, even at 40 and 45. So yes, you can reduce the age of people that will run for office. Just like forms are given to women for free, but how many of them run? In real sense. Since we came to APC, you only pay expression of interest for money. But nomination form, the 10 million naira one, the 2 million naira one, is free for women. How many of them have actually run? You know how many have actually run? All we argued for as young people, and including young women, is the opportunity to even pay half. They said no. You know why? Because it is easy to see a young person as a threat than a woman in Nigerian politics. But women have come of age, they are equally a threat as well. They are going to run for national chairman, have you? Not just youth leader that will be allocated to one leader somewhere that will carry his houseboy to come and be a youth leader. No. Not a woman leader that will be allocated to one leader somewhere that will allocate somebody to fill the position. That will sit at NWC meetings to just report to his boss. And she doesn't carry the women along, he doesn't carry the young people. There should be a proper youth wing, a proper women wing, and those wings should choose their leaders to represent them in NWC. To represent them in NWC. There are positions, Mr. Chairman, there are positions that you need people that are highly educated, mobile, and energetic. Those positions include the national secretary. If you say the national chairman is a consensus builder, is somebody that must have experience, age, and panache, we can understand that. We will still run for it, but we can understand that position. But the national secretary, the national organizing secretary, must be somebody that can go at a moment's notice, not the one that will be sleeping at NWC meetings because he has finished all the positions in the world. And to him, the NWC of the party is a retirement plan. It shouldn't be so. And we all know that Buhari comes to election with 10 million votes. If Buhari is no longer on the ballot, half of those votes are gone. You need to show them up. Where are you going to go and look for them, young people? Any party that does not cater and does not pander to young people in 2023, believe me, it is at the verge of extinction. And we cannot be leaders in this party and members of this party and allow this party to work itself into extinction just because some people want to make it a retirement home. We will not allow it. So, Mr. Chairman, our recommendations are very deliberate, our recommendations are fair, our recommendations are clear. Bring the young people, create the future with those who are going to live with it.
Example of good leader. Good leader.
Remember 2018, 2019, we had women and youth campaign group, and we know what they did. We know how they turned things completely for the PDP. So it's not for me to make the case has been made out. The assurance I can give is that our presence here today is a statement on the importance we attach to the role of our mothers, sisters, daughters, and the youth, and of course, our colleagues, those with physical disability, who have demonstrated in no uncertain terms right across the country their love for this party and their engagement with the political process. The time has gone past when they will sit back and simply wait for people to take decisions on their behalf. They have resolved rightly to engage and be part of the political process and the leadership. Incidentally, we didn't go into introductions, but the gentleman who spoke on behalf of the physically challenged is the Executive Secretary of the National Disabilities Commission. For the first time, this government set up this commission in the history of this country. And from this caretaker committee, he was picked to head this organization. So what can we say about our party? It's a party that is very, very sensitive to these various interests. And I've read through the constitution of many parties, here and abroad. And I can tell you, even now as it is, with the present constitution, there is none which has attempted to capture positions for women and the youth. But we can assure you, it has not even started. Our party has not even captured the fraction of role that we want to see for these people who constitute over 70 to 80% of our strength. So we are going to do our best. All of us on the committee are he for she. As I said, that's just at that small stage. So you can imagine if they are given the national stage, and they will be given from our own perspective. I can give you the assurance on behalf of the committee that we are all for you. Madam Stella had mentioned some other things, because the constitution of the party is just one platform. You have the national constitution, the Nigerian constitution. You have the Nigerian legislature that makes all the laws and provides for some structures. That's an area, and I'm delighted to know that there are some members here to capture that, to represent that. And that was also my advice to the ladies and women who first came. They were the first. Since we started, they never allowed us to rest on our horse. Yeah, this is the third time. Actually, we are interacting with the ladies on this matter to tell you how important they've taken this, and we are also taking the message home. So let's work on all fronts. Constitution of the party, the organs of the party, what organs. I don't really recognize that glass ceiling. Yeah, we may say, well, chairman. I don't see any reason why a woman cannot be chairman. Not preempting anything. It's not mentioning something that we have already resolved on it, even at this preliminary stage. And fortunately, with the two of them in the National Caretaker Committee, they will be there to support all the measures that we are going to propose. And Madam, as I said, the sun has already risen for us in this business. So we are going to see through this together with you and all the stakeholders. And even Mr. President, as we now know, is completely for empowerment of women and youth. So it's for us now to think properly, and the best way you can do it is all these submissions. You know, that's why instead of sitting in a one conference room somewhere and say 8 wise men and think hard about what should be there, I say let us engage the stakeholders. They know where the shoes pinch. And definitely we have been proved right in all the submissions that we have received so far. So may God bless our efforts and help us to put in place what we wish, what is right for us to put place in this assignment. So thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you.